Okay, guys, well, we've got a couple more that have joined in here, so I think we'll get started. My name is Scott Walcott. For those of you that don't know who you signed up with, I'm a Navionics Marine Specialist for Eastern Ontario. I own and operate a charter and a resort on the Bay of Quinte area, so that's what I do full-time. But anyways, today we're going to talk about charting your own lake and really upgrading or updating your charts. So there is a way or a method for us that we can very easily update our charts now, which is very, very cool. So I know for the Canadians that are listening in, we have all been in a situation where we have bought a new card for our chart plotter. We've popped it into our chart plotter. We've zoomed in on the lake, and it looks something like this. That's largely because there are thousands and thousands of lakes here in Canada and even in a lot of the places in the U.S., but we are very fortunate to have all these bodies of water, but it means that a lot of the smaller ones are difficult to chart. Now, the scenario that I'm proposing here shouldn't happen anymore, and I'm going to show you a trick for ensuring that you don't ever buy another card that is missing data or you are unaware of the data that you're getting. I'm going to show you a trick for finding out exactly what the card that you're looking at is, what it's going to look like on it. But assuming that you know that this body of water is like that and you buy the card anyways, there is a way for us to very simply and easily update our charts. And that's simply by doing our recordings. Also, this is the other scenario. This actually happens to be my home body of water. This is West Lake. That's just off of Lake Ontario. Again, we're near Bay of Quinte region, but I live right on this lake. I do a lot of fishing on it. And for as long as I can remember, this hole right here that's in the middle of the charts here, that hole is shown on every chart from government charts to every chart I've ever seen of the lake. And it is actually not a hole. It is precisely the opposite. This is actually what it looks like. So it's actually a hump there. Now, what you're looking at here are my recordings. So I did this. What I'm going to show you today, you'll be able to do exactly what I just did, where I turned this chart into this chart. And it's actually quite simple to do, and that's what I'm going to show you how to do. So I'm going to launch a poll here. We'll see how this works. I'm not real good with this software yet, but did you know that you can quickly and easily update your charts? So we've got everybody voted here. Let me see if I did this right. So there you are. You're looking at 67% of you said yes, you did know. 33% said no, you didn't know. So it's cool that some of you obviously knew you could, and we're going to maybe show you something that you didn't know. And for those of you that didn't know you could do it, then this whole webinar is going to be perfect for you. You should learn lots. So using the SonarCharts layer, I'm just going to wait for that. There we go. So using the SonarCharts layer is what gives us the ability to very rapidly change or very easily update the charts. SonarCharts is a crowdsourcing dynamic layer. I call it dynamic, or it is dynamic, because it's always changing. It is generated from you and I. When I do my recordings, you will be able to benefit from them. So you will get the information from my recordings. I will get the information from your recordings. So there are lots of areas that are not accurately charted or are not charted at all that we are all going to benefit from each other. So it's always changing. That layer is available on the Navionics Plus, the Navionics Updates, and all the Platinum cards. So the Hot Maps Platinum, the Platinum Plus cards, these are the cards that have the SonarCharts layer. So you need to have one of those cards to be able to access the SonarCharts layer. Now this is going back to what I said. You can actually see what the SonarCharts for your lake will look like on the web app. It's been available in the US for quite some time. It's actually only since the fall that it's available in Canada. So I'm just going to click on the Navionics.com here link. Whoops, we can't open it. So let's just get out of here. And I will just browse to Navionics.com. So here is the home page for Navionics. We're going to click on the web app right at the very top here. We're going to click on web app. And it's going to open the web app as it implies. So if you're familiar with the mobile app, it's basically the same thing minus a few of the map options, but we can view all of the maps. So again, I'm going to zoom in on Westlake here. So this again is my home body of water, and you're going to see that this is live, just streaming off the internet. You could do this at home. If I turn on, in the bottom right hand corner here is a little sounder icon. If I click this, it turns on the SonarCharts layer. So this is the layer that is dynamic, that is changing based on your and my sonar recording. So you can actually see the data that I showed you from my log. So you can zoom in on any body of water you want in North America, really in the world, and see exactly what it's going to look like. Now here's what you can do to ensure that the card that you get is exactly what you want, the right card for you. Now over to the left-hand side of the screen here is this little blue arrow. Do that again there. So you see that little blue arrow? I'm going to click on it to expand it. And it's going to expand a menu that is going to open up and show you the different card options. So here we now see Navionics Plus. We see Navionics Updates, Platinum Plus, Hot Maps, Gold. So if I click on the Navionics Plus, it's going to open a menu that says, what Navionics Plus card do I want to look at? I want to look at the US and Canada map, and it's going to show me the area that is covered on this chart. So I know whether my area falls inside this zone, and I'm up here right off Lake Ontario there, so right there. So I know that this card certainly has my area. I go, okay, great, this card is the card for me. So now I just want to see what my lake is going to look like. So again, I can zoom in on this, zoom in on the area, and here is my body of water. And again, we're going to see the same data we were just looking at, because I was actually looking at this card. But so that's the data that is going to be on this particular card. It's exactly what I'm going to see when I purchase the Navionics Plus card for US and Canada and put it in my chart plotter. Exactly. It's exactly what I'm going to be have on my chart plotter. Now, let's say I wanted to see what this would look like with the gold card. So I'm going to go back here. I'm going to click the back arrow on the left side, and I'm going to click on the gold card. And I'm going to say, I've got a deal on a gold card. I want to see if what this area looks like on the gold card. It's on sale. And I'm going to click on the 2XG gold card, and again, it's going to show me the area for the 2XG. And I'm going to say, okay, yep, that's got my map on it. I'm going to zoom in again on my particular area, and I'm going to look at it. And I'm going to say, hey, okay, there's my lake, but my buddy's got significantly more data with the SonarCharts layer. I'm going to try to turn on the SonarCharts layer here, and it's going to pop up a little prompt. I think it's hard for you to read, but it says SonarCharts is not available with gold. It is included with Navionics Plus, Platinum Plus, Hot Maps Platinum, Gold card owners can get SonarCharts with Navionics updates. So you will never buy another card again that doesn't have exactly what you want, or at least exactly what you know is on it. So this little web app tool is absolutely fantastic for you to look at that. Okay. So how do you create or update these charts? You submit your sonar logs, as I've been saying all along. Here is my lake again. There's the hole that it used to only show, the only data that was available, and it showed that hump as a whole. Here's just a picture I took of my chart plotter. You can see that this, the lines here of my tracks, this is how I recorded the logs for this particular hump. So I just went over it. It actually runs a little bit. It's kind of the center of my lines here. You can see my waypoint that said shoal. That's what I had to do to just mark where it was. I had those waypoints, but by just doing that one track that I have right there is what I did for those for the sonar charts to be generated from. Now, there was actually another person with me that was in between mine, so we offset it a little bit. So that's why there's the closer you do your tracks, the more data entry points that it will have, and the more accurate your charts will be. Now, these purple lines over here, no, I was not inebriated trolling. Those are I was taking my kids tubing, and that's what those tracks are from. But actually, you can upload those as well. As long as you don't lose bottom, you can be doing 30 miles an hour, or you can be doing 3 miles an hour. It really, as long as you do not lose bottom, as long as you have a bottom, you're still marking a depth, you can upload those logs. Now, I recommend going slower. You're better off going like, 6 to 10 miles an hour, just because when you're plotting points, usually you tell your plotter to do it like, once every 1 second. You want to plot them as fast as you can so that they're more accurate data entry points. But the faster you're going, even when it's plotting 1 point every second, the faster you're going, the farther apart your data entry points are. So the slower you go, the more accurate they will be. So anyways, that's what it looked like on that particular hump. Here again is what was generated from my logs. So you can see that now obviously there's a lot more accuracy or detail along the shore here. That was done from separate logs. But this particular hump or shoal, you can see what a difference it made to upload those logs. So here again is another example of some tracks. This is a great one to show because this particular area is a prop eater of a shoal that runs off this point here. So there's a shoal that runs right off of this point that comes out quite far. You can see that somebody with a community edit right there, somebody with a community edit tried to mark it just by dropping it there. They probably did that with a mobile device. I don't know who that was. That wasn't me. And that's great. That's something that the community edits are actually fantastic for. But in this particular instance, it's still not shown on the charts. So by doing those little S-turns there and recording those logs, here is the sonar charts that were generated from it. It switches the orientation of the map a bit, but you can see very clearly that now we have this shoal marked here. And now something that is, I guess now is a good point or a good time to talk about it. It's a question that I get asked very often is, what about the accuracy of the distance of the transducer from your sonar puck? What about the difference of the depth of the transducer? What happens for water fluctuations? Well, when you upload your logs, you have the ability to set a keel offset. You can actually put that your transducer is 3 feet under the surface or 1 foot under the surface, and it will compensate it for it that way. And you can actually compensate for water levels using that keel offset. However, what the software does, I think is really neat. It actually averages the data coming in. So in this particular instance, it's a little bit hard to see, but that shoal does come out a little bit farther and a little bit more shallow. I'm going to go back to this screen grab just to demonstrate it here. So on this screen, it's showing the top of the shoal at 14 feet. I actually submitted a log that says in this particular spot, it comes up to 5 feet. So my log says that it comes up to 5 feet there. But when the software looks at it, it says our existing data says that that's a 25-foot hole. And it takes the 25-foot existing data, my data entry or my log of 5 feet, and it averages it. So that's why it came out with a depth of 14 on this particular log or on this particular sonar chart. So that's a good thing because what it means is the charts are slowly going to get modified to become more accurate. The more logs that I submit for this shoal, the more accurate it will become. But it also means that one bad recording is not going to drastically alter the charts. So that's why, for example, this particular shoal, where this 5-foot contour is, this is actually probably about a 3-foot contour. So again, I've only submitted one recording for this. So with one recording, it's already made a significant difference. The more recordings that I submit on this, or the more crowdsourcing we have, the more accurate they will become. How do you record sonar logs with your chart plotter? Not like this. I'm going to show you a little video. I have it on my Facebook page, but it's pretty cool to see. You don't want to record logs like this. Now that crazy bugger obviously has done that before and went intentionally over that shoal or sandbar. I don't recommend taking loggings of rock piles and shoals in that manner. However, I'm sure that at one point or the other we have all unintentionally done that. So let's just throw out another poll here of, have you ever hit a shoal before that wasn't on your charts? So that's pretty impressive. We've got 67% of you that have not hit a shoal that was not on your charts. 33% have. So that's interesting. That's now I got to try one other one here because unfortunately I shouldn't be admitting this in public, but I have fallen prey to this. I have hit a shoal before that was on my charts. So let's just I'm going to launch a poll here. Another one. That is, have you ever hit a shoal that was on your charts? Here's the result of that. 33% yes, 67 no. I'm seeing a very trend here. Now, there's not a lot of us on this particular webinar. So there's why these answers the same. It looks like there's probably one or two of you that are, or maybe a few of you, but it seems to be a common thread of who is having the issues here. Hopefully with the sonar charts, that's one of the things, again, with that shoal that I put on the charts or on the sonar charts off that point, that one is a prop eater. That's not far from my house, and I see guys bombing along that shoreline all the time because we're a big tourist area, and that's where this sonar charts is amazing. I mean, it is great for increasing the detail for our fishing spots. That's something that's really cool, but it becomes a real safety concern or a safety matter when you are putting on shoals and rock piles that simply aren't on the charts right now. So that's a very cool part of it. So how do you record sonar logs with your chart plotter and upload them to Navionics? Each brand is different. So whether you've got a Humminbird or a Lowrance or a Simrad or a Garmin, they're very different. There's lots of tutorials online. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to find those tutorials instead of trying to show you how to do it on each particular unit, because I'm going to be wasting a lot of your time and you probably won't remember it all anyways. But if I show you how to find the tutorials, then you'll see how to use them or how you'll be able to access them from your boat. So I'm going to just click out of this again. We're going to go back to YouTube here, or go to YouTube. And on YouTube, if you type in, just search for Navionics. If you search Navionics, you're going to see a list of videos that have have Navionics in it. Now, if you look here for one particular video that says Navionics, now it's by Navionics. If you click on the by or the Navionics, that is going to pull up the Navionics YouTube channel. Now, on this YouTube channel, there's going to be lots of videos. I'm going to scroll down here, and you're going to find here is tips and tricks. Here is SonarCharts. So if we click on here's SonarCharts, I guess, if that's what we're looking for, we're going to click on this folder, I guess. I'm not sure what to call that, but in this particular folder, you're going to see lots of videos that pertain to SonarCharts. So here's how to create better charts, how to upload SonarCharts, how to record SonarCharts on a SIMRAD. So I'll show you that one real quick because I have a SIMRAD. Now I've downloaded it. Yesterday I tried to do this by playing it from YouTube. It wasn't real smooth, so I have downloaded this video and embedded it here. So let's see if it plays a little bit smoother, just to show you an idea of what these videos look like and how they work. So that's how you would do it on a SIMRAD. It's fairly simple to do, and on all the units, but it only takes a few seconds. That's going very, very slow. And what I like about those videos is it shows you step by step. So instead of written instructions, it will actually show you step by step what to do. And on that channel, there is those tutorials for Humminbird, those tutorials for Garmin. They are all there for you and broken down, or Lowrance, they're there. So it makes it very, very simple to do. So take your phone with you. YouTube is an incredible tool. There are so many useful tutorials on it. You just have to search and look. And that's really the best way to learn how to do it for your particular unit. Again, for me to break down each unit is going to be a waste of all your time. So by just going to the Navionics YouTube channel, there's an incredible amount of information on there, and will make your life very, very simple when you're trying to do it. So again, as with the web app and the mobile app, like that little SonarCharts icon that I turned on, once you have a card that has the SonarCharts layer and you want to turn it on, you still have to turn it on. You can't just plug in a HotMaps Platinum or a Platinum Plus card or a Navionics Plus card and have it show the SonarCharts layer. You actually have to turn it on your chart plotter. So here's how to do it on my NSS unit. This is just a flow of the menus. So you can see that I press the menu, I hit chart options, you hit view, and you turn on the fish and chip layer. So this fish and chip layer that is right here, this is actually the SonarCharts layer. Eventually, the OS, the software on the chart plotters will catch up to the Navionics lingo, but for now they still call it fish and chips. So the fish and chip layer is what you want to turn on to see the SonarCharts data, to see that data that is being improved from Sonar Logs. So that's what you want to do. This is almost exactly the same as a Lowrance or an HDS unit. You pretty much, the flow is almost exactly, it's menu, chart options, view, and you turn it on. It is different on a Hummingbird, but again, there are tutorials on that Navionics channel that I showed you. There are tutorials there that show you how to display this data on a Hummingbird, so it's very easy to do. Here is just a screen grab of Sherman Points. It's an area on the Bay of Quinte. This is an actual screen grab of my chart plotter, just showing you with it on and with it off. So again, you know, to the right here is where we have the SonarCharts data turned on here, and here is with it off. You can see the significant detail increase on the right, but also you can see that this shoal is shaped a little bit different than it actually is. So you just get significant accuracy with the charts if you're fishing break lines. So down here, this is a great break line to fish in the fall. Holds a lot of walleye on Quinte. Many people fish it, and having that SonarCharts data really lets me hone in on and fish exactly where I want to fish. Now I'm going to show you a different way to record logs. So let's say you don't own a chart plotter, or you don't have one on the lake you want to chart. So for example, a lot of the cottage lakes here are small. Guys will have 14-foot tinnies, or you'll have you know, maybe a smaller boat back there, but you don't have your big boat that has all your chart plotter gear on it, but you'd still like to have it. So how do you do that? Well, of course, you use a smartphone and an app. This day and age, it seems like there's something to do everything, or an app for everything. The Vexilar Sonar Phone app is an incredible app. Now you have to have what's called the T-Box. So this is the Vexilar Keybox. It will come in the package with a transducer. It obviously doesn't come with a smartphone. This is just a display, but it will come with the transducer that you see there, and it will come with a sonar module. So this module you'll mount somewhere. This is a permanent version. They do have a portable version that is mounted in a little package, and if you're going to be taking it in and out of boats, it's a great, you know, a better option. But if you're going to mount it permanently, I have this particular one mounted in my boat. You're going to mount that sonar module somewhere in your boat. It needs a power, so you'll hook it up to your battery, and then you plug in the transducer to it, and you mount the transducer exactly the same way you mount any old transducer. You will open your Wi-Fi settings on your smartphone. It will work with both Android and iPhone, and you'll connect to the Wi-Fi. You'll turn it on. You can see the button on the side of the module. That creates a Wi-Fi connection. Your phone will search for it, find it, and your phone connects wirelessly to that T-Box, and then the T-Box will just simply transmit the depth and what's under you, the sonar return. So it actually turns your phone into a fully functioning chart plotter. You can have a split screen, as you can see here, of a sonar and chart plotter. So you'll see depth, you'll see where you are, you'll see fish underneath you. You're going to see your heading, you're going to see your speed, basically everything you can see on your $1,000 or $2,000 chart plotter, you're going to be able to see on your smartphone. So this is a very, very powerful tool. But what's also incredible with it is because the app now knows your location and your depth, it can actually use that as a sonar log. So it will keep track of your location and your depth, the same thing we did on the chart plotter, and you could submit those logs. And in fact, you actually don't have to submit them, because it will automatically push them to the server when you connect to a Wi-Fi signal. Now here is what's called SonarCharts Live. Because it has the data instantaneously, it will actually draw those charts for you. Whoops, that came in out of sequence. So again, like I said, it will actually instantaneously push those logs to the Navionics server as soon as you connect to a Wi-Fi connection. Here is a video again. Hopefully it plays okay. Where'd that guy go? Here's a video showing SonarCharts live. So there's no audio on this video. Come on, you. There we go. This is done with that Vexilar Keybox that I showed you. And once you have connected to, again, you're going to open your Wi-Fi settings. You're going to connect to the T-Box in your Wi-Fi settings. And you're going to open the app. When you open the app, you're going to hit that little SonarCharts icon, and it will show us SonarCharts live. You'll click on the SonarCharts live, and what it's going to do is it's going to actually instantaneously draw your charts. So you're going to have these updated charts instantaneously on your chart plotter. Now, what it's going to do when you connect to a Wi-Fi signal is push your logs to the Navionics server. The Navionics server is basically going to do the same thing that your smartphone just did or that the app just did. It's going to draw the charts with the data that's been submitted, and then it's going to push it out to everyone. So if you do this with your phone, give it some time. Right now, it takes about a week or so for these logs to get generated into charts. Once it is working fully automated, then it will be a little bit quicker. But you'll be able to just update your card on the Navionics website and get the data that you have created with your smartphone. But in the meantime, you would have them on your device. So if you're charting a lake that's uncharted, you can instantaneously have those charts on your phone. So that's really, really neat. Now, you may or may not be aware that the brand new Lowrance software, so the 4.0 software that just came out this winter, and the new Gen 3s will all have the 4.0 software. Those units will not have the ability to export the GPX logs that I showed you. That has been removed from the software, so you can't do it. So you won't be able to upload the logs from your chart plotter. But the good news is, what I just showed you, you can also do with Gen 3 Lowrance or a Lowrance, an HDS unit that you put the 4.0 software on. And that's because the Gen 3 units have built-in Wi-Fi. If you've got a Gen 2, then you could actually buy a Wi-Fi module. It's called the Go Free. You buy it from Lowrance, and it's just plug and play, and it creates a hotspot similar to what that T-Box does. It makes your HDS unit a Wi-Fi connection, or gives you a Wi-Fi connection to it. And just like that T-Box outputs the depth to your phone, the Go Free unit will output the depth to your phone. So again, just by connecting to the Go Free, the Navionics app will know your depth, and you can use SonarCharts live with an HDS. So again, the HDS 3 that have built-in Wi-Fi, or an HDS unit with the Go Free or the Go Free Wi-Fi module, if you connect your phone or tablet to that Go Free connection and open the app, it will not show you the 2D sonar. It's not actually going to show you the sonar image, but it will have a depth overlay on the app, and it will do SonarCharts live. So you can do that SonarCharts live with your smartphone and the Go Free. Now, it will instantaneously draw the charts on your phone. It will not instantaneously draw the charts on your chart plotter. For that, again, you'd have to wait for the logs to get processed and then update those cards. But the SonarCharts Live is absolutely incredible. It works exactly and as easily as that video shows. It is literally that simple. It's very, very cool. So here's a few parting things to consider. I'm going to kind of flood you with some questions. I didn't want to confuse you, but at the same time, I felt they were important things to know, and I wanted to show you how to get that information. So obviously, does my card have SonarCharts? We talked a little bit about that. Can I record SonarCharts with my chart plotter? We just touched on that with the new software. But if you have an Elite 4, for example, and you want to know, can I record Sonar Logs with my chart plotter? Or can my unit display SonarCharts? Because not all units can display it. And then again, do I have freshest data? So we'll touch on freshest data real quick. That is the ability to update your card. When you buy a new card, you have a one-year subscription to be able to update your card. So that means that for 1 year I can pop my card into my SD slot on my computer, go to Navionics.com, and be able to update it with the current SonarCharts. You have 1 year to do that. Now, if your card has expired, you can renew it. So you can, online, when you pop it in, it will give you the ability to renew it. And of course, there is the Navionics Updates card that's available at your local retailers. And with that card, you would buy the card, and it's similar to like a Windows Updates, where because you are an existing customer, you get a discount on an update. So by buying that update card, if you have an existing card, it will basically activate that updates card and make it the same as a Navionics Plus card, where you can take different areas and download it. So if your card is less than a year old, then you're fine. If it's older than a year, then you'd have to get the updates or get freshest data so that you can benefit from the logs that you're uploading. Now that, again, does my card have SonarCharts, or can I record Sonar Logs? Over and over I get asked these questions, whether it's from forums or people at shows or friends, and there really is one simple place to answer all of these, and that is, again, we're going to go to the website. We're going to go to Navionics.com. I'll wait for that to load on your screen. At the bottom of the website, the bottom right-hand corner, you see that compatibility right where my mouse cursor is there? You see compatibility. We're going to click on this compatibility quick link. It's going to open a site that gives me a page that says Plotter Europe and Middle East, America, SonarCharts for Garmin, Navionics Updates. So I'm going to click on Americas, and it's going to show me a PDF. I'm going to download this PDF. It only takes a minute, and it opens up this PDF that has, it's 2 pages, and it shows, here's the second page. It shows each of the chart plotters. So here's Simrad, Raymarine. If we scroll back up, here is Humminbird, here is Lowrance. So if you have an Elite 4 in the example that I used, I'm going to zoom in here just so it makes it a little bit easier for you to see. Whoops. So here is Lowrance Elite 4, an HDI or 4 chirp. We're going to see that under this category, which was the gold card, the second category is Platinum Plus, Navionics Plus, or updates. They're the same thing again. Once you've updated, or once you've activated an updates card, it's the same as a Navionics Plus card. So if we scroll down again, we're going to look in that Elite 4 line. We're going to see that it has this little icon only under the gold card. So right at the bottom of the page, we're going to see that that little icon corresponds with nautical charts. So I'm going to be able to see the nautical charts. That's that base layer of charts. Here's the SonarCharts icon. On an Elite 4, I cannot view SonarCharts. I will not be able to access that SonarCharts layer. And then this little icon here, this is the Community Edits icon, which was that little icon that I showed you where you can actually drop waypoints and things that will be pushed out to the cloud, or that are, again, crowd-based. So I can mark rocks with a little community edit, and if I can view community edits on my chart plotter, I would actually see what somebody else has, a waypoint that somebody else has dropped that they feel is important. Moving buoys, community edits are great for that. If there's buoys that aren't on the charts, for example, harbor marking buoys that are in harbors, you can drop waypoints for those. Actually, it's a pretty incredible layer. It's great to turn on. I always have mine turned on. But again, I'd not be able to see those. So if I have an Elite, let's go to an Elite 4 HDI. So here's an Elite 4 HDI. Sorry, let's go up to the HDS, sorry. So here's an HDS. All the HDSs are under the same category. With a gold card, I can see that I have nautical charts. I do not have SonarCharts. I do have community edits. With the Navionics, this is the Platinum Plus, I believe it was. Yeah, so here's the Platinum Plus. So with Platinum Plus card, I would have the nautical charts, I'd have SonarCharts, and I would have the community edits. Now, in this HDS category, with the Sonar Log recording, you see the little asterisk there, it says Sonar Log recording not available. That is because with that 4.0 software, you cannot record the GPX, or you cannot export your logs in a GPX format. As long as you have not done a software update in the last month or two, then you are fine. You will be able to have Sonar log recordings. You will be able to record them with that unit. It's only if you have put the new 4.0 software, you can't export those logs. But again, if you have a Go-free Wi-Fi module, or if you have a Gen 3 where it's built in, then it doesn't matter, because you'll be able to do it through the app anyways in actually a much more efficient way, simply by streaming this SonarCharts live. So that really takes care of most of, I think, everything that you are looking for, or you would need to record your Sonar logs and to update your charts. It's an incredibly powerful tool. It is incredibly easy to do. I know that it can be a little bit intimidating. I'm a little bit ashamed to say that personally, when this first came out, I don't want to say I was intimidated by it, but I just thought, here's something else to learn, here's something else to do, and I was slow to do it. When I finally tried it several weeks after it was available, I was stunned at how simple it was. To export and upload my logs literally was minutes, if that. It is so easy to do. What I do now with my unit, I change my trails. Every day I do a new trail. So when you go into that tracks in your chart plotter, every day I do a new track, and I change the color of my track so that I know that where was I yesterday, where was I the day before. I can tell that my tracks from different days, just like you saw that I had that pink color when I was, or purple color when I was tubing, and then I used a different color when I was recording. That's what I do. I do 7 tracks, and at the end of a week, those 7 tracks, I export all 7 of those. I just export that whole GPX, or all those logs in GPX format. I upload them to Navionics.com, and I erase day 1 and I start over. When I get back down to day 7, I upload them again. So I just do it once a week, and I upload all my logs. If you want to do it once a season, that's fine. If there's a particular area, like I did with that shoal, that you really want to get you want to chart it, you want it to be updated, you want to use it, then do it that day. But it really is that simple, that easy to do, and it's an incredibly powerful tool. So hopefully you've learned something. There is a question window on your or you should have a window for questions. I'm going to try to answer some questions for you. So if you want to type a question, go ahead and type it in there. This window is very difficult for me to use. I have not found a good way to look at questions, but let me try. I've got a couple here already. So if I'm going on a lake that has never been mapped, my offset is important. Yes, I would say it is, because if it's never been mapped, it's going to take your log as 100%. It's going to use that exact depth. So now let's be honest. I mean, if you're going to be off by a foot or so, it's not the end of the world. But definitely try to get it as accurate as you can. So yes, if it's never been mapped, and even if it has been mapped, you always strive for as much accuracy as you can get. So definitely pay attention to that. How can I tell if SonarCharts Live is on or off? You would have to have it turned on. Let me try something real quick here. Let's see if this works. So I'm going to mirror my, here is Air Server. I'm going to mirror my, my iPhone. So this is actually my iPhone right here. And I'm going to show you the, so here is the app. And hopefully, I didn't practice this, so I'm shooting. So here I am. That's where my location is, in the corner of Westlake. Here is that shoal that I've been talking about so much. I'm going to scroll over to Picton Harbor because I did some SonarCharts Live in here. I want to see if you can actually see what I've done. And you'll actually see where this will get cleaned up, or probably has been cleaned up. So if I turn on SonarCharts in here, so these areas here, let me go to SonarCharts Live. So you can see here I just went around the dock in the fall real quick. Oh, did that show up yet? Come on. I think I lost my connection there. So when you hit that SonarCharts, oh, what happened here? Let me try this again. I'm going to just turn this off for a sec. We're going to connect. There we go. So here it is here. So this is where I did a little circle in the fall. So this is the SonarCharts live layer. So when you hit that little SonarCharts icon in the bottom left-hand corner, if that's SonarCharts live off, that's SonarCharts live on. So it'll actually show it, just like you can see the SonarCharts layer here. If I turn back to just the Navionics, so here's the nautical charts, the base nautical charts. There's the blue box on it. If I turn on SonarCharts, and if I turn on SonarCharts live. So that's how you would tell whether it was on or off. I think that's all the questions I had typed in. Is that it? Let's just see. Yeah, I think that's all the questions. Oops, here we go. My club kayak fishes. Is there any advantage or disadvantage? I'm assuming you're talking about, are you talking about SonarCharts Live? Is that what you're asking about? Okay. The advantage to SonarCharts Live is that it's going to draw the maps instantaneously for you. Truthfully, once it's better, as you can see from this image here. If I open it back up, let me open my iPhone again for you. Where did that go? See if I can connect it again real quick. So here is the SonarCharts Live. Will always kind of be like where it draws over the shore. It'll be a little bit funky. Once Navionics processes it, it's going to clean it up. It's going to use your data and clean it up. So you're better off, in my opinion, use SonarCharts Live if you want to see the immediate, the immediate results of your work. But once it's processed, it'll be better to use the processed data from Navionics. So again, here's that shoal that is off of off of that spot on West Lake. You can see I've got this shallow water shading set up on here. And just as a little carrot, I'm going to be doing a chart plotter tips and tricks. And I'm going to show you how to do this kind of stuff on your chart plotter on the app. This is in menu, map options. It is this shallow water shading. So you can see where I've got this shallow water shading set to 10 feet. On this particular area, that's a little bit high. I'm going to turn it down to 5 feet. But that you can see how it cleans it up, just this little red dotted area. That's a very, very great tool to have set on your chart plotter. So I'm going way off topic here on a tangent, but getting back to what you asked, the SonarCharts Live is incredible because it's instantaneous, it's fast. For kayaking, that Vexilar unit is really cool. I actually have it on all my rental boats at my resort here. So I'm right in the corner of West Lake here. I've got a cottage campground resort right here, and on my rental boat, I have the Vexilar Keyboxes on all my units. So anybody who has a Navionics app on their phone can rent one of my boats, connect to that Wi-Fi module, and have a chart plotter GPS with all these sonar charts. So it's very, very powerful in terms of that. I think that took care of all the questions. Again, because there was only a couple, I forgot to record this yesterday. So you guys benefited from my lack of good decision making or my mistake yesterday. But anyways, thank you guys very, very much for sitting in. Any further questions, feel free to email or call me. I'm always happy to help where I can. I don't know everything, but I'm happy to help with what I do know. So thank you guys very much. Hopefully you learned something, and keep an eye on my Facebook or the forum where you saw this. I will have that chart plotter tips and tricks and some basics on sonar and that kind of stuff coming up. I think it's in April. So thanks, guys. We'll see you again.